Hello, everyone. I'm happy to be back with another smiling young Indian. Right now, we have with us Rujuta Joshi. Let's listen to her. Over to you, Rujuta.
Hello, how are you, sir? How are you doing?
I'm fine. Let's go.
Yes. My name is Rujuta, as you said, which literally translates to a very much politeness or the behavior which will never do wrong to anyone, which will never wrong to any us. So, actually, I'm not that polite because my mother can speak about that very well. But yeah, I follow the principle of not wronging anyone. I will not do anyone any wrong. I will not harm anyone from my perspective. I will not do any harm to anyone. I think the roots of this thought come from my childhood or upbringing. I was born and brought up in a very small town called Dapoli in Konkan area of Maharashtra. It's a coastal area. And the area is very beautiful. It's called Mini Mahabaleshwar. So it's like a little hill station with beach area. And I lived in a very big family, and very fortunately I had my grandparents with me, my mummy, papa, and all my friends. I had nine grandparents, and we were living really very happily. We are, but unfortunately few of them are not with us right now. But because of that, I had this rooted or grounded reality where I always come to that reality that I'm a very simple middle class girl who is working very hard to earn every penny in her life.
Hmm.
But while working very hard, I wanted to do something that can change other people's life, at least make one person better off than what he or she is right now. That's what motto I had from my childhood, because I was seeing my grandparents, my mother and father constantly doing good to the other peoples. And then that's what
Hmm.
inspired me when even the social and cultural background, because it was a rural area around me. It was a very enriching cultural background around us, which and my mother and father promoted me to do many performing arts, literary arts, and I started writing, I started dancing, acting, I started taking education in classical fields of it. So I'm learning Kathak, then I'm learning classical music. I'm doing writing, literary writing, like poetry, stories. Along with that, what I found is I was a bit good in academia, and I wanted to exploit that one quality in me, and that's why I started working hard towards academia. After completing bachelor's in commerce from Pune University, that was like a very basic journey for me, because I came to Pune in 11th standard. So for me, it was like a very young or tender migration to Pune, and it was a bit tedious for me to adjust in the urban life. But I got to learn so many things. I got to see so many urban people where they were very they have very different kind of lifestyle than the people who are in a rural area, in a way of cultural living. And that's what I got to learn during that period. After that, my completing the bachelor's in commerce, I was thinking that I didn't want to learn the accountancy or costing part, and I needed something that will make me go into policy making, go into something that will go towards the social roots. And at that time, economics was very fascinating to me. I was studying it very hard because I got very less marks in economics. So that's why I was studying very hard. And then I started getting the essence of economic concept, which were related to very core of human living. It's what I think even today.
Hmm.
And then I started leaving those concepts. Like, even if I'm having a glass of drinking water, so if I'm having first glass of drinking water in the hot afternoon, I was thinking, oh, this is the greatest utility I have. Now I will have a second glass of water, and then the utility will, oh, now the utility is decreased. That's how I started relating the economics concept to the basic human life, or whatever. Human life is a very big word, I can say, to my life. And then I got the opportunity to enter into Symbiosis University through entrance exam. And I started doing masters in economics, M.Sc in economics from Symbiosis School of Economics. At that point, coming from a very remote area of Dapoli, living a very simple life, and going into Symbiosis was like a cultural shock for me, because yeah, the people simply crack joke in English, and that's like that's not what I do. And I started getting very frustrated, because whatever teacher were teaching, I was getting very half of it, for something like that. And I was not that student who was getting half of the class or half of what taught. I was the one who got like, okay, I'm getting it. So it's like it was challenging me. Ki, nahi, it's not happen with it's not happening with me. So simply after like 8 to 10 months in Symbiosis, I called up my mother and father and told them, I'm not able to do this. I think I should drop it. I should start MCom. I think MCom is the part for me. They came along with my very good-hearted and very close one teacher called he's teacher from Dapoli, Zugulkar sir. So they talked to me. They did nothing of saying, "Okay, Rujuta, you have to do it. You have to complete. You have to." They say, "Okay, let's just say that you will go for 2 more months in this school, and then you summer vacations will start. You will have your internship, because that was compulsory in the course. Let's see, do the internship. If you feel okay, then we will start MCom from the next year." And that was like, why are not they shouting at me? Why? I'm like, then I started doing my internship. The first year passed. I got result. I stood first even in that first year. But still, I was very conscious. But okay, because I got first rank, I was saying, okay, let's start with the second year. I will trudge the journey. And then there started my specialization of development studies, which was all about policy making, urban development, rural development, and all those sorts connected to the economics. And I started thriving. I started loving that part. I started relating even more, and I wanted to do that. All credit goes to all my teachers, because they were so intriguing at that point, because they took us to the west dump yard to teach us waste management, to show us actually what is happening. They connected us to the Kisan Fest, where they wanted to show us the actual rural and agricultural management, and that was like fab connect. And then came to the part where I completed my MSc, and I joined a college to teach as assistant professor. I was visiting professor there for a year, because I wanted to give back whatever I have learned. And that was a commerce college, and I was teaching accountancy and economics. And then after, but I was searching for better opportunity, and I got it. I got to one consultancy, ZS Associates, and I worked there for a while. I got to learn so many things. Actually, it was based on World Wide Web, www, but I got the experience of wide world there. The competition, the knowledge sharing basically, and then a lot of computer, a lot of software coding and all those things. I liked it, but I was still feeling I'm missing something. And then that's where I started my journey of PhD from Symbiosis itself. I cleared the first rounds and then entrance and all interviews. And then I started PhD, and I thought, okay, now it's time to say bye to corporate and join the academia, as I always wanted. I always wanted to teach. And then I taught for like 6 7 years now. I have taught as assistant professor economics and many other subjects that were thrown in my way, like even maths, IT for that matter, because I had no IT background for that matter, but it was thrown in my way. I like, okay, my teacher had said me once that whatever subject given to you, even the physics, you are not from science faculty, but if someone asks you to teach them physics, go ahead, teach. First you learn, then you teach. And that is like yeah, that's the sentence I always remember. Whoever wants to teach me, like whoever wants me to them teach anything, I'll teach them anything.
Okay.
Even in a very funny way, my parents yet say that they are the oldest student of mine, because they always get they always get talk from me for anything. Yeah, so yeah, and during the, like when I was searching for the topic, I was very intrigued by two main topics, that is citizenry development of India, because as you said that no one is hearing about what youngers thought are. And that's what very important for me at even at that time, that we need to listen who are going to be the future of the India, and we need to make our policies according to that, their infrastructure, their psyche, and not according to what the Puranas have said, or not what the something father of this, father of that had said, like father of economics or whoever has told.
Yeah.
We have to update ourselves. We have made ourselves updated with technology. Now we are using new technology, but yet we have not updated our heavy machinery, that is brain. And
Mm.
that's what I wanted to do that. But then again, during searching for that topic, I crossed one path of sex education. And my previous supervisor, Dr. Shrabani Mukherjee, she mentioned one topic, that sex education is not very alive in India, and it's very necessary in context of women's safety, gender development. And I was intrigued that yeah, having no sex education is root cause of many other things. And at that point, I started studying for it, and that become my topic for a PhD, that impact of sex education in school curriculum on women's safety and gender development.
Wow.
And
Okay.
yeah, through that I went for so many interviews. I interviewed many children, I've interviewed many teachers, parents, to understand their perception of sex education in school curriculum. And I got very fascinating results about it. And they made me push myself. And then I started doing workshops in schools, primary healthcare centers, and wherever I can go, to talk about sex education to parents, sex education to children. And even I started doing one-on-one sessions with students, adolescents who have some problem regarding their teenage puberty or something, where I was just talking to them, I was listening to them, and I was getting the ground reality for my topic. And sorry, and that was like very much what I'm doing right now. Right now I have chosen a gap year, where I'm completely focused on PhD. And I am thriving right now to do the research. I have so much data collected, and I wish to write more about it, which will be helpful if ahead. So yes, that's about me.
Very, very fascinating journey and so much, so impressive actually.
Thank you
To,
so
as
much.
you say, you went through rural areas to Pune to BS, BCom is one thing, M.Sc, the whole picture changes, and now PhD with a very controversial topic. It's not going to be, it's going to come as a shock to the society that
Yeah.
somebody is actually doing such a topic. So, uh, what lessons do you have for young people from all of this?
First lesson, or what we can say is first insight of that study, is communicate. What I unfortunately got from my family was openness and very friendliness. I can chat about anything in front of my father, my mother. Even now that I have got married, I can talk anything to my husband. And talking or communicating very freely is what matters right now, because all the issues are rising because there is no one to talk or no one to listen.
Okay.
And that's why communication, and communication on any topic, that's what first thing matters.
Okay. And what do you intend to do with the PhD? Once you
So
will get it, and then what?
so the future holds something like, I want to change a path little bit. I am teaching right now. I want to continue the teaching, but with along with teaching, what I want to do is I want to do the counseling part of it a better. A counseling, or starting a consultancy where I can actually talk to the people who, or they can talk to me basically whenever they want to talk.
Okay.
And if possible, and I want to make it possible, I want to widespread this idea of sex education to the bottomest part of the society,
Okay.
because that's where the issues are rising
Okay.
due to the inquisitiveness that people are having in their mind. They're going out of their depth towards crimes.
Hmm.
And that's simply, if even we did a little, sorry if I'm going off the
Well,
topic, but
yeah.
we did a little bit of like a case study in our own home. I have my cousin, and he was like during the period of adolescence, like ninth standard, during the COVID lockdown. And what my other cousins, sisters, and I did is, we provided him the proper information of how girls get period, and how menstruation cycles work, and how overall puberty works in men and women. And after few months, few years, we observed that he was very diligent about these topics. He cared more during our menstruation cycles. And also after few like years, 2 3 years, he saw a ad for some product which was a progressive product about menstruation, something period panties or something like that, which control the pains from stomach ache or cramps. So he showed us, have you got these pants? Please take, so that you will not have pain. And at that point, we like realized that, array, this is the way sex education works.
Yeah.
So it is not that bigger of an experiment.
Yeah.
But what actually it's saying is very much mattering to us, that if we provide proper information in a proper timing to the people, they will change their path of thinking, vision, and they might avoid crimes, and they will go towards the path where we can live very in a gender neutral or equal society.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. And how about this PhD? Many people ask me that, look, is it worth it? What is the struggle? So tell us about the PhD.
So I started my PhD in 2019, where I started coursework, but it took me 2 years to register for PhD because of the COVID patch. I It took February 2021 to register and start official PhD journey. But I was studying, I was learning more about sex education because topic was so fixed in my head. And then if this journey is a bit uh, like a roller coaster. So it's like sometimes you feel like you're at the bottom of the pit, nothing good can happen, you are not able to write a single letter, a single word. You're not able to do the data analysis or any part. You're not able to collect, you're not getting any opinions from your respondents. But something good happens in like a 5 minute, even a very encouraging call from my supervisor, and then my roller coaster goes like, woo, I'm just going up. And then I'm like, okay, let's do it. So yeah, it's a bit roller coaster, but it has taught me the most important lesson of my life,
Hmm.
that is patience.
Hmm.
A loads of patience. Now I think I'm like more patient in any way. I can listen to anyone for any amount of time. I
Okay.
can be very patient towards any kind of personality,
Hmm.
because this journey is teaching me that you
Okay.
have to be patient. Some things are out of my control, and I'm not going to able to change that.
Yeah.
So I have to be patient during that. But yeah, it's like a too much exam for patience.
All right.
Sometimes you are like, do it, do it, do it, do it, and nothing is happen. We have to just sit like this and wait for something to happen. But
Okay.
yes, this journey is very near and dear to my heart because during our induction of PhD journey, they told that tell your spouses that you have got one more spouse. PhD is like your your spouse. So yeah, that's what they have taught it, and I completely agree with it. But
Okay.
it's worth it.
All right.
I will do it again. Even I have not finished PhD yet,
Yeah.
and I am thinking of doing postdoc. Okay, I'm doing postdoc. So yeah,
All right.
it's really worth it for me.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to add here?
Yes, actually, because today I have got this platform, I would like to say that not just sex education, but we have in general so many um, problems, mental health or anything. We have so many problems in our daily lives, and everyone is dealing with them in their own pattern, in their own pace and space. We need to focus on our own journey, and yet we have to connect with the people not virtually but also face to face, where we can be their foundations links, where they can come to us and we can go to them in case of any emergencies, and we can be really there for them. They can rely on us and we can rely on them. We need to have that kind of connection, which have been rare in these days. I don't know why, but I think virtually it's not possible to be that relying partner, but we have to be there. We have to come out of virtuality and be more in a reality. That's what I think.
Okay. All right. Good. I'm very happy that you came here and you spoke. And I think it's a remarkable journey. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you,
PhD,
sir.
PhD stuff. We all know that. And anything else took from you?
Actually, thank you for calling me here because it's really surprising for me that someone has so much patience to listen to me because nowadays I can see that they're like, oh, shush, shush, stop for 2 minutes and then give us some of them peace. But yeah, I'm really glad that you called me here, and I was very happy to talk about all of this. Hope that
Okay.
it's not that
It's
gibberish.
good. It's good. It's good. I mean, that's the aim, and you have taken full advantage of it, which is what I want. Okay, let's stop it
Yeah.
here today. I'll be back with another young person or an expert soon. Till then, bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye. Good night.